Hello and good afternoon, everyone. I am going to go ahead and take you to the patio garden, and I'm going to show you guys what has been going on this week. A lot has been going on this week, so I'm going to take you out there and show you what's going on. So let's go. It's like a jungle out here, and it looks so cool. Those are my tomato plants up there, if you haven't noticed. They are extremely tall. You see how high up there? There's a bunch of blooms up there as well. I don't know if you guys can see. I'll zoom in a second. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this camera around, and I'm going to show you guys what is going on in the garden. A lot, actually. I've had a lot of harvests, and I'm going to go ahead and take you around and show you what is going on. Okay guys, so I'm going to start on this end over here where like my cucumber plants are. You can see like this one is starting to grow up here. Let me see. I do have some seeds that I threw in, and these are kind of coming out. These seeds are coming out. They're all in the ground though. I need to probably stake them up, but I want to be very gentle with them because I don't want to break the tops off like I did before and kind of kill them. So I just kind of left him alone, and this guy is like super humongously long, and I'm gonna have to cut this guy off right here, and I'm gonna take him inside and pot him in one of my indoor planters because this is pretty long, almost 2 feet, this thing right here. I'm not sure what this is right here. Something's coming up. I probably threw in some seeds that I don't remember, but also these are my Malabar spinaches. They have grown a little bit. These green ones are taking a little longer to grow. These red ones are coming out. There's like a baby shoot right there. So these are kind of growing, but not as fast as I'd like them to. On this side, I do have some cucumber plants. I think these are beans that I threw in there, and they're all trying to reach for the light, so which is why they're kind of leggy. These, again, I'm not even sure what I threw in here. Some type of cucumber or pumpkin. I think that's what these were. But again, they're all trying to reach for the light, so that's why they're kind of stemmy and leggy like this. This particular one is, I think, a cucumber or some type of squash or cucumber, and it has vine. It's just one single stem that is going way up, way over here, and it's actually reaching over the trellis to the second trellis over here, which is not bad. I want to show you something. I've got a baby cucumber right here. Look at that. That's the first one of the season for me, so let's see how big I can get that without knocking it off. Over here are my bean plants, and I do need to go in here and clean some of this up, like some of the dead leaves. There are some beans in here that are coming out, like this one. Look right here, there's one pretty big bean right there that I noticed the other day. I do have a couple of more right here. Those are pretty cool, huh? This is like my first bean not harvest, but actual beans growing on this plant. I mean, it's looking kind of weird and some dead leaves and stuff in there. But I think a lot of it has to do with I'm not getting as much sun because I am in a shaded area, but they're getting like light, but they're not getting like direct light. So I don't know if that's a cause of them wilting like that, some of the leaves in there, or maybe it's just one of the plants are not doing so well. So I'm not really sure. If you guys know what's going on, let me know. Because this is my first time actually growing beans. Here, these are coming up really nicely. I do have another brand new leaf right here. They're looking very nice and healthy. My basil, my Thai basils are just kind of there. They're growing. I haven't been like eating them as much as I should be. We have actually just gone through like the month of Ramadan, so we haven't been eating a lot here. I don't know if I can freeze this. I don't even know if you can freeze basil. High basil here and a bunch back there. They're doing perfectly fine. I did go in here and water them yesterday, I think. These are just stray, what are these called? I forgot what these are called. Elephant ears, I think. Yeah, these are just elephant ears. I have a stray leaf that's coming up here for this plant, which I did divide into this planter. So that one's coming up over here. Like, here's one leaf. There's another one, and then there's like a baby one that's just sprouting right here. So that's pretty neat. Over here, this is the bed that I planted the taros in, and these leaves are pretty big already, like not even like a week and a half. I don't even think it's been, yeah, a week and a half, and look at all these beautiful leaves that are coming out. See? Look, there's one right here that's kind of unflurrying. There's some back here, some back there. So it's going to be interesting to dig this up and see like the taros that, you know, that I get from this. So that'll be an interesting experience. I've never done taro before, so that'll be something to see. My gardenias, I really need to get in here and clean up this bed, because there's just a bunch of dead leaves and stuff. I need to water this, but something has been eating away at these leaves. You guys see this? Like, all the leaves of my gardenias are kind of being chewed. I don't even know what it, and it's all the same shape. Like, it's just, you see, like, just around the edges of all these leaves. But it hasn't affected my wisteria, which is continually growing, and it's way up there. And no, I won't see any blooms, I don't think. I think it still has to grow several years before I see blooms on this thing. So it's better than nothing. I think it's really nice though. Pretty luscious and green. Peppermint is, it dies and it comes back. So I'm not complaining. I harvest whatever I can, and that's a lot of peppermint to eat. Marigolds, they die and they come back. Eggplants are doing okay, I guess. I haven't had an actual eggplant yet, but I do have a bunch of flowers. This guy is probably not growing as good as those because they get a lot of light in the front right here, whereas this guy's in the back. So I might need to turn this planter around and try to see if I could get that guy up there. So, you know, just rotate the planter and give it some light. Tomatoes are just taking off, as you saw earlier in the video. These, I don't even got what I planted because I'm kind of confused now. I have so many. Like, all this is tomatoes, you guys. I do have blooms coming out, so I'm kind of interested to see what kind of tomatoes I get out of it. We did harvest several, like, especially like these Cherokee purple tomatoes that I have over here, these little ones. I don't know if you can see back here, these little ones right there. These I have harvested, and you see, like, I took some off of the little vine right here yesterday, so we do have some that we harvested. This has been a good plant so far for us. I think I have like a chocolate sprinkle in here somewhere, or I don't know if this is it. No, this is the Cherokee. The chocolate sprinkle is in there as well. So I haven't seen any like fruits out of those yet, but I guess they have to grow a certain length or a certain amount before they actually produce something, like some flowers and stuff. Okra plants are growing. You know, they're taking their time, but they are growing. These are the only two that are actually growing like this big so far. I do have a couple of more in here that I threw in some seeds for. You know, they're struggling. I don't know where they are now. There's one right here. There's one right here, and there's one right here. And here's another one right here. But these marigolds are kind of taking up the bed. The marigolds actually smell really good. These are the eggplants, but something is definitely eating through them, and I'm kind of afraid to turn this and see what it is. Strawberry plants, they're thriving. They're big. You know, they die back and then they come back again. We did have a few harvests. See, like, some of them dry out because it's getting kind of hot during the day. But yeah, the leaves are like drying and stuff like that during the day, so I have to make sure I come out here and water them really well. Tomato, like this one, like there's some tomatoes right here. I do have a bunch right here. You can see some more over here. And like I said, this particular plant is way up there. I don't know if you can see. See, I need a ladder to go way up there and start harvesting, like once those fruits come out, and they're just way up there, up on the ceiling. So what I did, oh, I wanted to show you guys something. The Sweet 100, these are my Sweet 100s, and they have grown like way up there. You see that? Way up there. So they were starting to fall over, and what I had initially intended was for them to be over the PVC pipe, and I would bend them, like train them downwards. So I'm kind of waiting for those to grow out a little bit more if they do, and I'm gonna kind of curl them over the PVC pipe and trying to train them down. That's what I did with this particular one right here. I don't know if you can see the curve of it, but I took this branch and kind of curved it down here, and kind of zip tied it right here, so I can access it, and it starts growing, hopefully growing down this way or whatever way, you know, it needs to grow. I do have some flowers here so I can reach for the fruits. I am short, you guys, so that up there for me, you can say it's like really high, so I can't even reach it. So that's what I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to train these down without breaking it. Actually, I did break off one stem up there. You can see, like, right there. You see that one? I actually did break that one off while I was trying to train it down. And what I did to it is actually bring it over here and put it in this rooting water, and I've got some roots on it. Can you see? Hold on. See if I could. You see that? You see the roots? That is pretty cool. That's what I'm doing, is rooting these again if something breaks off. and I'm gonna plant this in the soil. So let's see, I don't have any roots on this one as much as I'd like. This is the Juliet, which I knocked off by mistake because I was trying to train it, so that didn't go so well. So I did knock off a little bit of the Juliet. So I hope I didn't on that one, I hope I didn't break the main growing stem. So if that's what I did, then it probably would stop growing and it would just probably send out side shoots. So I don't know, we'll see. Again, this is like an experiment for me. You can see there's a bunch of like tomato flowers over there. This particular one, you can see what I was trying to do over here is I curved it over the cage, the tomato cage. I curved it and brought it down here. I brought it down here and I zip tied it right here because that's how tall it's been growing. And you can kind of see, like, look, it's growing back up again. So I might just have to keep looping it until it's done its duty. But that's what's going on. These are the Juliet tomatoes, so this is how they're going. There's some more over here. Bunch of Juliets are coming out. This one has been very prolific for us, you know, it's been very nice. We've been getting a lot of tomatoes out of this one, so very happy with this Juliet variety. So I'm kind of still like waiting to see like the beefsteaks, you know, what they produce and how long they take to produce, because they're just growing. This is the one for the tomato grow off challenge. So this one is still growing. It has not produced any like flowers or anything yet. It's just growing, and this is how big it is right now. It's actually a little taller than I am. Remember, it was like very little when I planted it, and I did plant it pretty deep in there in this bed. I showed you guys this strawberries, like I said, you know, they're coming out, you know, but I've noticed that there's birds that come in here and eat off my strawberries, so that's why I've been not getting as much of a harvest as I wanted to with the strawberries. Did you guys see these? These are nice, huh? Look at these. So I'm getting a bunch, and look at that one's like just going out and about. So these tomatoes are doing insanely good, and they're producing, I guess, whatever. It's better than nothing for me, you know. I did harvest a Patio determinant, so this is like, I'll show you guys the ones that I took inside. I did take one off the vine yesterday, but there's two still on here. Okay guys, so these are the harvests that I got. These I picked off yesterday. This is the Patio determinant that I had, and these are the I think the Cherokee purples. I think these are the Cherokee purples. This is one of the Serrano peppers. I'm not sure why they're kind of growing short. I think they have to grow out longer. Maybe I pulled it off. I probably knocked this one over. That's probably why I took it off. This particular one you just saw that I kind of knocked off, but there's like some bugs and stuff trying to get into it, and I didn't want this whole thing to be destroyed by bugs, so they can have for dinner. No, we're gonna have this guy for dinner. And look at this. Isn't it so pretty? This is pretty neat. Look at that. Minus the little imperfections, which I'm just gonna cut this off, but it's very damaged where we can't eat one. Oh, I just knocked one over. Okay, so there's peppers. They're very delicate, as you can see, so I try to be gentle with these. This is a pepper right here. Let me see. I'm going to show you guys these guys. These guys are pretty big. Look at this. How big is that? It's almost like the size of my palm. See that? That's pretty neat. And these, I think they're like jalapenos or no, serrano peppers, but they're pretty thick. They're kind of weird looking, but I don't know. It's nice. There's a flower in there, so hopefully it gets some more peppers. Let me see. Might need to go ahead and harvest this one because there's like a bug trying to eat that. See, there's like holes in this one already, so I'm probably going to take this one out and let me see. Hold on. Yeah, pop that one off. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and harvest this one because there's something already getting into it, and I'm gonna just cut off this end, and we can still eat like the inside of like this part. We can still eat. So I'm probably gonna cook this up today, saute it with something. Let me see. Oh my gosh. The smell of this is amazing, you guys. Can't even begin to imagine. It smells so delicious. Nothing like you would get at a store. So yeah, that's that. I'm gonna set that down right there. I'm gonna show you something over here. My lemons are doing okay, I guess. They're growing. See, they're growing. I do have a couple over here, a couple more in there. I don't mess with the lemon too much because I don't want to knock them over, and that would really kill me, because like the first time these trees are actually like fruiting, so it's interesting to see what I get out of it. I'm hoping it'll be neat, you know, be something pretty cool that we'll get out of those. The shards are okay. I haven't been harvesting a lot as I should be. This one I hope I don't knock over. That's what's going on. Pretty much the deal this week, you guys. Not much, but it is a lot. Like a jungle over here right now, and I'm not complaining. It looks nice. I hope you guys get inspired by this and decide, you know, if you have like a little patio space or something, don't let it stop you from planting something. I think it's really nice. It's calming. I don't have the space, but I made whatever I had work. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and this week's garden tour and tomatoes. I'm so excited about the tomatoes. I swear, look at that. So I will see you guys next week on another tour, and hopefully I get a lot more harvests. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll see what happens in a week. A lot happens in a week in a garden, if you can imagine that. All right, take care. Bye.